years. We really started taking up sales very seriously about 5 or 6 years back, I would say. And since then, we have not only scaled up our sales and distribution action here, but also we have scaled up as a global hub support for various functions, whether it be in the technology and product section, in engineering, in support, in running Salesforce on Salesforce, so it's a team called Business Technology that does that. The various other teams such as finance and compliance, etc. So every team that we have has actually scaled up appreciably in India. And to that extent, we have grown multifold in the last 4 years. I would say, people-wise, we have grown about 4x what we were in the last 4 years, and we continue to maintain that growth journey. Besides that, of course, in the sales side, of course, we have the head of sales over here, and he'll describe the sales journey. There have been a lot of things that, we have done. We have changed the way that we are looking at industries, and he will talk to you a little about how we have changed our outlook on that. But the two things that I really wanted to just talk to you about first, and then pass it on first to say they are to be implemented for individual companies. What is the right solution for them? He's the person who gives direction to the team. Where we are now stepping in is, of course, the fact that we are opening a division for the public sector enterprises. Earlier, we were not really into the public sector because, first of all, there was a lot of queries they had regarding the cloud and the cloud safety. Many of them didn't have cloud policies, so there was always a difficulty because we basically are a native cloud-born company. We do not have on-prem solutions. However, since then, the days have really gone past, and people now realize that the cloud is indeed a safe venture, and there can be a lot of applications on the cloud. In fact, a number of government applications, the India public stack, much of it sits on the cloud these days. So to that extent, the public sector companies have also become open to the solutions that we bring to the table. Other than that, the public sector piece, the one other area that we wanted to talk about is the lending cloud. It's the first of its kind product that we have brought, which was created with India as a focus. Normally, whatever we create, we have a global focus, and then it's tweaked slightly in order to meet local conditions. But the lending cloud was done with India focus, and we are hoping that this is the first of many, where India will actually be the focus as we innovate on our products, and subsequently they will again be customized for global needs. So, we want to lead in that respect, in the way of innovation, in the way of bringing together bespoke solutions for the country, so as to give the country the best of the technology that we have. So those were the two things that I really million jobs by the year 2028, and add $88.6 billion in revenues, overall revenues. This is direct, indirect revenues from the Salesforce ecosystem. So that's the number that we are having. And we believe that, given the huge growth potential that India has, the fact that India is aiming to become the third largest economy, and which it will be, and maybe even before the dates that are being predicted. So given the kind of growth rates that India has, given the kind of potential that India has, also the fact that we do have to undertake the digital transformation at a much faster pace than we have had. One thing about India is India has the talent, India has the capability. What we have not seen is the adoption. But now we are beginning to see far quicker adoption than earlier on. And that being the case, we are all expecting that the kind of projections that we are making through these surveys, that these are realistic projections, and we will see something of this nature come to pass.
My 30-year career in technology that I've spent, I've ever seen a phase that we're going through here in India that I think is parallel before. The demand for digitization is truly unprecedented, and we're not even scratching the tip of the iceberg, so to speak, when you think about what the opportunity in India represents. And we talked about us becoming the third largest economy. We will have the largest middle class consuming at a pace that will far outstrip anything that you see in the world. In fact, if you look at the macroeconomic environment, and probably she's 10 times more competent to speak about it than I am, but you almost see there's two different worlds, right? There's the rest of the world which is struggling to grow, and there's India that's growing at such a scorching pace. And a big part of that growth is also fueled by the digital ambitions of our customers. And I think we'd love to give a lot of credit to the government for building a public digital infrastructure stack that truly is unparalleled in any part of the world. My career, I've spent my first 5 years in India, the next 10 in the US, 5 years in Asia Pacific, and I'm back in India now for the last 10 years. But I don't think there is a place in the planet that has the kind of the digital foundations that the government is building for all of us, right? And what it's doing is it's reducing barriers for entry for everybody, right? From my favorite Iyengar bakery down the street in Bangalore down to the largest enterprise in the country. We're making this capable and accessible. And of course, now with what we're seeing with AI and the power of how we can harness data, I mean, we have 1.4 billion people, so you can imagine the amount of data that's available with every one of our customers. So the power of data and AI is truly going to allow India to leapfrog, and we are extremely excited to see the kind of momentum that we've seen in the last 3 years. In fact, in the Q4 earnings call, India was called out as the fastest growing region for Salesforce globally, and a lot of it is that huge pent-up demand that we're seeing from customers. And like I said, we're not even scratching the tip of the iceberg today, right? So the opportunity and the headroom for us to continue to grow our business in India and help our customers truly put their customers at the center of their universe and build the kind of experiences. I think we're in the first innings, to use a baseball analogy, of where we see this. Another, we talked about the public sector.